Hi, I'm Congressman Ken Calvert. I'm voting yes on Prop 6. Why? Because I don't want to pay gas taxes that are not going to improve our roads. Instead, it's being transferred to the city of Los Angeles, to San Francisco, for non-existent projects. So please, join me in voting yes on Prop 6 in November. We have Caltrans employees who just got a raise out of Prop 6 money. That's what they use it for. That's what they're using Prop 6 money for.
That's how much gas is going to go up to. Jerry's kids. Jerry's kids.
Pay my taxes too.
Jerry's kids. Go see Daddy Jerry.
Pay taxes too if you want. Pay all of our taxes.
Jerry's kids. Hey, I got a good idea. Do something ridiculous. Do some shit. Do some shit. Those chicks are gonna fight, dude. Hey, this is where gear disappears. Yes on 6. Yes on 6.
On 6. Yes on 6. Yes on 6.
Hey, if you don't want to compete in this, we'll stick with that.
The DMT.
You're like, oops.
Well, I guess the other one put them out, huh? Public safety.
First time in my life I see people.
Yeah, you can adjust it.
Okay. So, are we ready? So, behind me, what you see behind me, these are paid protesters. All the people back here with these signs, we work for free because we're here, we believe in the cause. These guys, they're being paid to be here. But I can tell you the crowd for Yes on 6 is way bigger than the No on 6 crowd.
Yes on 6. Yes on 6.
Hey, where's the Indian?
There is a taxpayer revolution that is brewing in the state of California. We have a message for these special interests. We are not going to be your ATM machine ever again. We are going to vote down your tax increase. We already pay one of the highest gas taxes in the country. That is a fact. Before the increase gave us the highest gas tax in the country. What did they do with our money? I'll tell you what they did with our money. They diverted the money away from roads year after year after year. Instead of filling potholes, they filled the pension hole for government union bosses. They're building a high-speed rail train to nowhere that's no longer high-speed rail. And so we know the money's been stolen. We know the money's there to fix our roads. And so the only thing that we can do is respond with Yes on 6. 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 Yes on 6.
November 6th.
Yes on 6. 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 Now, they know that they cannot do their own no rally because nobody that's not paid will show up. So instead of actually doing their own rally, they need to, in a very thuggish way, come and try to crash our rally. We won't let them do that. And so I believe our message has been sent today, but it really will be sent on November 6th.
Yes!
When Californians vote yes on 6, 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 yes on 6. So we have a meeting to actually hold. We've sent our message to the paid protesters, and you know what's funny? They always seem to clock out right at the end, because apparently they're only paid for a certain amount of time. But we have important information to share about the strategy of the Yes on 6 campaign, and we want to hear from some very important partners, some candidates who've worked very hard to get this qualified, and candidates who can provide better leadership in California. So with that, let's get our rally started in front of the bus. I haven't seen something like this since the zombie movies. It just won't stop. It won't end. And it will continue to tax and tax and tax at the pump every family. Worse than that, the car tax is a regressive tax, and it continues to be several $100s per year per car. Our initiative repeals that increase in the gas tax, repeals the car tax, and says, politicians, you can never do this again without a vote of the people. It's only 3 sentences long. It is simple. 1 million Californians signed the petition, but guess what? The petition title was changed at the last minute. Instead of gas tax repeal, the politicians took out a red pen and put a new title on our initiative that says nothing about gas tax repeal. In fact, when you open your ballot, you will not find the word gas tax repeal. The words gas tax repeal are not there. Instead, it says, falsely, that Prop 6 repeals road repairs, and it does no such thing. Here's a fact. If you take every dime of the existing lowered gas tax and put it into the roads, you'll be able to increase road repairs by $2.3 billion a year without a tax increase. And that is the better plan that we are here today with Yes on 6 to offer. We have to raise our voices in the next 21 days. We have to tell all of our friends and families one simple message that will win this campaign. There is an error on your ballot. There is an error on your ballot. Prop 6 was intentionally mislabeled, deceptively mislabeled by the politicians. They are lying to you. All you have to do is read the 3 sentences and you'll know a yes vote on Prop 6 is the gas tax repeal. If we convey that simple message, we will win this campaign. I've talked to Democrats who said I was undecided on Prop 6 until I found them changing the title. That's dishonest, and if people are going to lie to me about that on the ballot, what else are they going to lie to me about? And I said, that's an enlightening moment. Now, we would not be here today if it weren't for the leadership of several of our Riverside elected officials and candidates for office. We have Congressman Ken Calvert. Where's Ken? He's on the radio still. Ken, keep doing good work on the radio. Get the message out. But we've got Melissa Melendez, Assembly Member Melissa Melendez, and she is here to tell you why to vote Yes on 6.
Try to crash the party.
minority, that's okay, because there's way more of us than there are of them. So, is it the government's money or is it our money? That's right. That's right. So, that's right, young man, it's our money. Remember that when you get older and you get old enough to vote. So, when I was in Sacramento and we were having this discussion, we were ramping up to the vote on SB1, one of my friends in the Democrat caucus said, when the governor came to them in their caucus trying to convince everybody to vote for this tax, one of their members said, can't we just put this on the ballot before the voters? We don't really want to be put in this position. And his answer was, no, we can't put it in front of the voters because they'll vote it down. That's why they didn't put it in front of you, because they didn't think that you would give them what they wanted, so they decided to reach into your pocket anyway and take it while you weren't looking. If California voters want to raise taxes to pay for road repairs, let California voters decide. The legislature doesn't get to decide that for you. It is our money, not theirs. Vote yes on 6.
Now, when they passed the gas tax increase, we started this movement not by directly starting a repeal of the effort, the gas tax. We said, you know, we've lost a lot of battles in California. The coalition of common sense has been defeated. I think what we need to do is start small, like in the Karate Kid movie, wax on, wax off. Start small, and what we did was we decided to recall State Senator Josh Newman. He was the deciding vote in the state Senate. By doing so, we stripped them of their supermajority. But in the Assembly, they still have a supermajority. And in the state of California, there is no better pickup opportunity to flip a seat from a tax raiser to a tax defender than in the 60th Assembly District. We have got to get Bill Asaley elected to the Assembly. Bill.
Thank you, Carl. How's everyone doing tonight? Good. So, those of you that live in Corona, Norco, Eastville here, you know that we drive more than anyone else in this state. We're on the 91 freeway, the 15 freeway, every day to get to our jobs. We have to work, unlike the people in Sacramento who just collect a paycheck. So when Sabrina Cervantes, our assemblywoman, voted for the gas tax, she betrayed every voter in her district. You see, Sabrina and those union thugs over there, they think it's their money. Whose money is it? Our money. And so, not only do we need to repeal the gas tax, we need to get rid of the legislators that voted to approve the tax in the beginning. They're supposed to be our representatives, and they failed in what they're supposed to do. This is a tax on the middle class. This is a tax on low-income people. This is not about Republicans, it's not about Democrats, it's about people. And so when we go to the ballot box, not only do we need to vote yes on 6, but we need to vote yes on Bill Asaley and get rid of Sabrina Cervantes.
When we first pivoted from that recall election against Josh Newman and started looking at the statewide qualification of this initiative to get on the ballot as Prop 6, a lot of people said, no, we can't give you money. No, the Sacramento politicians are threatening us and we can't give you money. We made a few calls. One of the first calls I made was to Congressman Ken Calvert. And he said, Carl, this is going to hurt my constituents. It's going to hurt my working families. They're going to have to make deep sacrifices if this thing stays. Yes, I'm there with you. We're going to get this thing qualified. Not only did he help then, but he's still helping us with the passage. Congressman Ken Calvert.
Thank you, Carl, and thank all of you for being here tonight. Because this is important. We have to draw a line in this state. We have had enough. We have had enough. We're mad as hell, and we're not going to take it anymore. We're not going to take it anymore. We're going to show up in November, and we're going to vote yes on 6. You know, I had the lost weekend. I actually read SB1. I read it from the beginning to the end. You know how much capacity you get in SB1? 0. They have a congested road policy in SB1. How many projects do you think we have in Riverside County? 0. None. This is a phony tax. It's a bad tax. We need to repeal it. So thank you, all of you. Vote yes on 6. We're going to get this done. God bless all of you for coming out here.
I believe that we are going to see the potential for a wave election. And there are seats that we don't know could be competitive right now that could flip on election night. Remember what happened in 2016? Was that a shocker or what? But we've got a great candidate. We got a great candidate in Ali Mazarei. I don't know if you saw his bus. I don't know which bus is bigger and better. But Ali owns a gas station. And he said, when this thing passed, not only am I against it, but these people are crazy in Sacramento. I'm going to run. And he put his name out there as a write-in candidate so he could actually be a voice in Sacramento. He earned a spot on the ballot. Now we got to send him to the State House. Ali.
Thank you, Carl. Thank you guys for coming out. As Carl said, I own a gas station. I own the largest ARCO in the United States. And once it came out, my wife and I just shook our heads because we saw what it does to have around 60 employees and what it does to my employees, their family, and everyone in Paris, Riverside, and Moreno Valley. This tax is the worst tax ever passed, and it's indexed, as Carl mentioned. Every year it goes up without a sunset. If we don't stop it, this is going to increase everything that we pay for. Every diesel truck is going to go up, the fuel cost, the gas, 12 cents and 20 cents, and it's more than that because I'm in the business. It's around 30 cents that's going to go up because the food, grocery stores, milk, everything goes up. So please, join us, get us elected, and get rid of these goons right there. Let's wave at them. All right. Thank you very much for coming, guys. Thank you, Carl, for doing this.
No, I want to make a little breaking news here. And you may not know this, but it is true. And it's true. There is a very powerful position in Sacramento for taxpayers that has not been utilized because, frankly, the other party has captured this position and has made sure that nothing good happens out of this office. The Office of California State Comptroller has the ability to audit every government program in the state. Wouldn't that be fun? Audit every government program. But more importantly, the comptroller can refuse to cut checks for any government program at the state level that is in violation of state or federal law. The comptroller can say, no more money, I'm cutting off the money. As a result, not only do we need to remind our friends, vote yes on Prop 6 to repeal the gas tax, but we need to let them know that they can stop the high-speed rail train project with one vote. And that is, we need to elect Konstantinos Rodidis to the comptroller's office in the state of California.
Are you guys tired of being lied to? That's all SB1 is. That's all the high-speed rail was. In 2008, they promised us a high-speed rail. What are they promising now? Not a high-speed rail. They go maybe up to 110 miles an hour. We were supposed to pay about $10 billion. Now they're saying $100 billion. There is no private money. There is no federal money. We're paying for all of it. And it's going nowhere. And they say, we can do it. We just need more money. Just like they say in the roads, we can fix that pothole, but we need more money. They've been lying to us and cheating us for years. When I've had debates with my opponent, she says, deferred maintenance. You know what deferred maintenance means for folks who don't speak government? It means we've been stealing your money for years and we want more. It's time to stop it. That's what Yes on 6 is. It's not just the money. It's about finally being respected as voters. We are a people with a government, not a government with a people. We tell the government what to do. And it's time we take our government back. Before the gas tax increase, only 20% of the gas tax was going towards road repair. And the money that they did use, according to the Reason Foundation, we pay up to 470% to maintain a mile of road in California compared to other states. They're robbing us blind.
These are just payouts, and they just want to stuff their money. Look at who's out here. Grassroots. Our average contribution, $37. There's $250,000. Some of them are giving $1 million from big business, unions, and their thugs. It's time we take our government back from them. It's time that we vote yes on 6 and say no more. Thank you, guys. We know that our local elected officials, they have been told, you better stay on the reservation. You better circle the wagon and help us get this money, or else we're going to punish you. And there are some local elected officials who are chicken, and so they keep quiet. But there are some local elected officials who said, no, I know you've been ripping us off for years and not giving us road repair funds, and we're going to speak out. Mayor Karen Spiegel is one of those courageous leaders, and I want to invite her up. Karen, where are you?
Who's ready to repeal the gas tax? You know, many people think that this election is about national politics. And the more I talk to people, the more I find it's about making California affordable. We want to live here and enjoy our homes, and we can't under the conditions that we keep being inflicted. We have done projects without the taxes from SB 1. We just finished $1.4 billion with the 91, and we're working on the 15. We've had many projects throughout Riverside County and all over. Can you imagine if we got the gas tax that's already there directed to those projects? How much more, since we haven't had it already? We can do it without those taxes. We can make sure that our county, with the highest commuters in the state, can continue to have an affordable place to live and a great Riverside County. So help us spread the word so that we can make sure that this Prop 6 passes. Yes.
Is Jonathan Ingram, mayor of Marietta, is he in the house? Jonathan? I know that he helped us put together the event, and as chair of the Republican Party, he's been helping us get the word out. But I want to thank him for his help. Now let me just say, we covered the reasons why yes on 6. The gas tax is costly, it's a regressive tax, the money's not going to the roads, we have more than enough money in the lowered tax to fix the roads. But let me just say that where there is great risk, there's also great reward. Let me cover the reward first. When we pass yes on Prop 6, when we win, it will send a message that we are not your ATM machine anymore. We want our existing gas tax to be put in the roads, and then we will show so many Californians who've given up hope, who've been looking about on the websites for real estate and moving out of the state. We will show those Californians that yes, you can win in a blue state, and it can be done if we work together as citizens. If we lose, however, and that's why they're spending the $40 million, that's why they're here tonight, to try to bully us into silence because their money isn't buying the election.
Not Sacramento's money.
Their money is the campaign money. And that other money is also our tax money that they're using against us in the campaign. But they know if they win on Prop 6, they know that they can do anything at that point. If they can reverse a 2/3 voter outcry for the repeal of the gas tax by mislabeling it on the ballot and duping voters, then guess what's next? Ken just said it. Prop 13 is on the chopping block in the next election. And that's why we cannot lose this fight. We must not allow them to go after Prop 13. We must not allow them to enact a cell phone and water tax. We must fight and win. And when we win, we will give them hope. So what I want you to do tonight and tomorrow and the next 2.5 weeks, I need you to go home. I need you to take this beautiful little device out. Because you have your friends and your family in here, and I want you to text them. I want you to call them. I want you to email them.
because you need to let them know a simple message. There is an error on your ballot. Prop 6 was mislabeled, and it's the gas tax repeal. Vote yes. And then I want you to sit down at your computer, and I want you to open up your contact list, and I want you to BCC all of them and let them know the same message. And then I want you to rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. I want you to do it every single day to everyone you meet. And if you do that, their $40 million of special interest money in their campaign, they're outspending us 13-1. It doesn't matter. They may have the money, but we have the message, and you are our messengers. They came here tonight, not for conversation, not for dialogue. We don't show up at their events and crash their events. We don't. We respect their First Amendment rights to assemble. We respect their First Amendment rights to have their ideas, as bad as they are. We allow them that courtesy. They are trying to exercise tonight the heckler's veto on our First Amendment rights. They don't just want our money, they want our freedom. Make no mistake about it, that's what this is about. And so tonight, please, repay their kindness by telling everybody, yes on Prop 6, yes on 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 6. Let's go and do it! Thank you so much. Let's do this. Let's win this. Let's fight. Let's fight. Let's fight. Yes on 6. 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 Yes on 6.